Hey guys, welcome to Cars and Health Bars. I want to first say happy belated Thanksgiving, and for those of you who are waiting to celebrate Thanksgiving over the weekend, we have an episode for you. On today's episode, we're going to help you figure out just how to talk to your car boomer relatives. With that being said, guys, let's get right into the episode. So I guess for a lot of you, your Thanksgiving might already be over, but just in case there are some of you that still have a dinner to go to over the weekend, we kind of want to prepare you guys on how to talk to your boomer car relatives because, we all got some, I would say, at least the vast majority.
Yeah, I've definitely had, I can think of my uncle, man, for sure.
I just kind of want to go over some things, to kind of prepare yourself for that. And I guess we can kind of jump right into it with some things that you're definitely going to hear. And that's, so you've got this project car. We'll say like you got a 80 C10, for example, like old Jordan. What are you going to do when old Unc walks over to you and says, "Hey, boy, where's that? Where you got that Haynes book
you got
at?
that truck out here?
Where's
that truck here yet?" That's what it's always like. Why ain't it done yet?
What about the Hayes book? You got the Hayes book to that thing?
Man, I got torque specs online. I got all data.
No, if you ain't got that Hayes book, no. Well, you listen here.
I got the internet.
Now the internet ain't always right. You got to have that book. It's got everything you need.
Unc, I can't read. I got a mullet.
That's like the one thing my stepdad will die on a hill of. He's like, anytime I'm like, "Hey, can you give me advice on this?" He's like, "I'm gonna buy you a Haynes book." I'm like, "I already got one." He's like, "You need to read that book."
I don't teach you everything now. It's a good guideline.
I was like,
it can't make you do a build from scratch, though. I would argue,
yeah, that too.
It don't get that in depth on how things work.
I understand if you're doing a full restoration, it's probably got all the information you need. But if you're like doing something like me or you, or like building something kind of custom, it's like, that ain't no good to me.
Always work.
Right now, I'm having like the worst time of my life trying to find a flare nut for that rear end that I got, and I have no idea what that rear end came out of. Where's my Hayes book now? It ain't got no useful information on that in there.
I think we got you, bruh.
What about of course, a big argument you're going to hear amongst the old timers is fuel injection versus carburation.
There is no argument there.
Yeah, there is.
There really isn't, because every car is not. It's literally outdated. Fuel injection since the 90s, even the 80s.
Okay, but what do you have to say about this? All it takes to tune my carburetor is a screwdriver.
You don't gotta tune your basic cars. You just got a stock 350. What are you tuning your car for? You ain't got nothing going on.
I'm tuning it for,
why are you tuning it? You know what? You don't tune your brand new Camaro either. You just drive it.
That's something crazy. If it ain't carbureted, it ain't nothing. I ain't messing with all that.
What are you talking about? You gotta tune it. You don't need to tune at all. You just leave the stock tune in it.
It's just more wires. Driving. It's too many wires. It is way too many wires for me.
Yeah, you're just doing a stock Coyote swapping a Fox body or something. What do you need to tune it for?
I don't want no coil packs. That's just more wiring. It's more headache.
That's what it always is, more headache.
It's just too much to deal with. That's way too much. And it's not in the Hayes book. What am I supposed to do when I have a coil pack go bad and the Hayes book don't have nothing in there for me?
They just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's like not knowing something means that it's bad.
Here's something.
It can be annoying. We need to give y'all some guidelines to, what not to say to your uncle or whoever.
Okay, and what would that be?
Number 1, never say that an Edelbrock is better than a Holley carburetor. Never. That's a bridge everyone's gonna die on. At least from my experience.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that debate a lot. Alongside, and this can kind of go both ways depending on the application. But a lot of people die on the hill of cast versus aluminum heads.
There really shouldn't even be argument over that. Aluminum is just a better metal.
Yeah, but they argue that cast is more durable. It can handle more. It doesn't. What is it? It doesn't warp because it can handle. Heat.
Steel warps. Still does warp.
Okay, so
I don't know.
Here's something that kind of they throw at me a lot, and I mean even like not even car boomers, like people the generation before us, like people in their 30s, maybe creeping up into the 40s, is they just look down upon freaking automatic transmissions so heavily. That ain't a man's car.
When the 350s of your day were literally barking second, not because of how much power, but because you had that long of disengagement. like the slowest shift times ever.
I mean, I understand it is more of a gearhead thing to own a manual transmission, I guess, with a third pedal. But to say that I've even heard people go so far to say, yeah, I got a manual because my car's faster. Like, no. You are not faster than a computer.
Yeah, I think most people know that.
Like, that.
I mean, I think the people who be saying that they don't like, automatic transmissions, they ain't never rode no 8-speed.
Oh my God, nuh-uh.
No 10-speed, nah.
Golly, dude, that's, yeah. I would love to ride. I've never rode in one before, but of course, I've just, I just know about them. I mean, it's a 10-speed. You're constantly your power band. I'm not.
Well, you don't have to hook a homie up.
Okay,
There's
so
a C7 with your name on it.
What about the whole rice burner thing? Like, the boomers just hate imports. Always.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I gotta say, I think your family's gotta have someone like that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure everybody's family's got one like that. Named rice burner.
I don't know. I mean, I definitely got. I think my family knows that imports can be pretty dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, I do kind of understand one standpoint they come from, where, like, number one, it's kind of hard to find people that know how to work on, especially older stuff, and it's also kind of a pain to have to relearn how to work on engines from a different, like, country's standpoint, from how they put stuff together. Everything's going to be metric.
For sure. I mean, if you're used to working on your standard small blocks, you don't deal with overhead valves, right? So, like, that's a challenge if you've never done that.
Especially like European cars and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much anything that isn't American, and even most American now is overhead valve, but if you're talking about even performance, it's definitely overhead valve in other countries.
Yeah. I will say, for how set in their ways they are, I don't actually see many, like, car boomers kind of throwing shade at us for having, like, newer Camaros. I will say that they do, of course, look upon not building, like, an old, like, 80s body style, but they don't really throw much grief towards having, like, a newer car. It seems like...
Yeah, maybe it's just because it was like them when they were a kid,
Yeah, and a lot of them, they rep C7, or, well, yeah, C6s and C7s now. Like, that's kind of the common boomer car, C6, C7, and even C5. The mid-2000s.
C5 is definitely the boomer car,
Yeah.
Every guy wants C5. I mean, they're badass.
I would say only, like, the boomers with money, like, have the older Corvettes.
Yeah, the low-mile clean ones.
Yeah, like fifth window maker, all that good stuff. I was asking my stepdad about this episode and some kind of things that he would say. He dies on the hill. He's not a boomer, which he's not generationally, but he is an older gearhead. So that's one thing I kind of inched towards a second ago with he thinks the big problem with our generation, which of course me and you, and we have a lot of friends that are the exceptions, is that we buy our stuff pre-built, or we have a shop build it, so we don't really get to do the wrenching. And I kind of understand that to some extent, but if you want to be more of a driver than a gearhead, I mean that's two different things. If you just want to be a driver,
yeah, I'll be honest. Most people I know in the car scene, that's typically not like pre-built. Now maybe they didn't build it; they paid someone to. I know that does happen quite a bit.
Yeah, maybe it's just because we don't have rich friends or something. Because most all our friends at least did something to their car.
Yeah, no, I do know. I know some kids that run around like stock Hellcats that they don't pay for and shit. Like it's not even like their car, but they be acting like it is.
Yeah.
I was never like that with Dad's C10.
No, you were humble.
That's my dad's truck, man.
Yeah, there is a level of appreciation.
I guess we can talk about something my dad's kind of like when it comes to being a boomer.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, would you call him a boomer?
Right.
But anyways, something he wouldn't do, at least he always acts like it, I think he kind of means it a little bit, is he won't LS swap that C10.
Oh yeah, that is a whole thing.
Now, it might end up that way. I'm just going to steal it one day, dog. There's going to be like a LS7 in that sucker. He's just going to get direct replacement with a TH400.
I will say a lot of boomers do come around to the LSs, but there is a particular niche like your dad that's like all original 350 in a 350 truck. That's how it goes.
I mean, that truck didn't have a 350.
Oh, inline six, yeah.
And a 3 on the tree.
Yeah, that is true. That is weird. I guess he just wants to keep it old school. There's that whole crowd.
I think that's the whole deal.
But man, that's the thing though. It's like that's the coolest thing nowadays is taking an old truck and putting a new powertrain in it. That's like the whole vibe, like new school and old school. It's so cool.
I want to leave the body like it is. Ultimate sleeper.
Yeah, I love that, man. Like
it looks good. Steelies. Like it don't look bad for what it is, really.
See,
you got the decent interior, like you got seats and paint.
In my opinion, which my scope's kind of small because I'm not in very many C10 communities, but just from the outside looking in, it seems like like my car, my third gen or a second gen, any sort of like older sports car, you can kind of halfway expect somebody LS swapped it. But with the older trucks, I feel like it could be a coin toss whether or not they have an LS in them or not. Yeah. So it is definitely sleeper, and that's just like that's so cool having like a C10 that would be LS. I'm sure you would have so much room in there if you put a LS in there.
Dude, no, there's a lot of room.
Probably fit like twin 88s in the front of that thing.
Dude, you take the fender wells out, dude, you got so much room.
Oh my god.
You could fit 2 350s up in that sucker if you wanted.
For sure. I don't really know how you would go about tackling some of these arguments. Obviously, it's all kind of just a big joke, among how you would handle that. But just keep in mind that they're going to be railing you on these things. You start talking cars. In my opinion, I think you should just kind of feel them out. But I'm more of the pushover kind of person. I kind of fill out the conversation before I start giving input. Like if I start hearing a boomer going on a rant about how like you said,
I hate
ABS. You're ruining it by putting LS in there. Disc brakes. What are you doing putting disc brakes in that thing? Drum brakes is the way to go.
No way. No way.
Like,
who stands up for drum brakes? Though? You gotta be shitting me, dude. It's just like you cannot.
There's no argument.
I mean, you had to have been born before World War II started to have that argument.
Oh my god.
You gotta be old enough to be in Congress.
Oh man, I gotta tell this whole side story. So did you hear about the tire slasher in Auburn, Kentucky?
No.
Oh my god. So my coworker, he's been born and raised in Auburn, Kentucky. He's never lived anywhere else to my knowledge. So
yeah, I got some friends up there.
So he got a kid that goes to Auburn school, and they were having their Thanksgiving dinner, last week. So the parking was crazy. There's like way too many kids at that school. So everybody started parking next door at the church, and the woman who owns the property is a ex judge for Auburn, Kentucky. She's apparently told people not to park here before, so she decided to take it upon herself to go slash somebody's tires.
Why? Like, what good does that do you? Now they can't move.
I know, that's like, what? It's so stupid.
Now you're making them where you don't want them permanently.
So that's kind of where the story ended at the time of him telling me. I was like, all right. And people started making memes on Facebook with the hash slinging slasher, but it's the tire slasher and it's her.
Why is that that is perfect Auburn, Kentucky.
Well, she of course went to jail for like 24 hours or whatever, and she got out because she's got money. And her Facebook post addressing the situation was what she was doing was she was spray painting chairs in the parking lot, and she didn't want overspray going on people's vehicles. So what she did was she prayed over the situation, and that's what she was told to do.
This woman's downright crazy.
I know. So
God told me to slash people's tires. No, he didn't.
Golly, man, it's like... And then I was sitting there telling my coworker, I was like, man, I said, we need to go pick my car up from MCR and take it over there. I need some new rear tires.
I'm about to get some free Nittos now.
God, man, people are so crazy. And she was an ex-Auburn judge, man. That's crazy.
These are the people that run our cities.
I had to take it upon myself.
People that decide on very important things in your life.
She out there slashing tires at a church.
For real, like, at a church. I can't even believe that. Like,
and like you said, it didn't even solve the problem. It made it worse. Now they're really stuck on your property. Like, I could halfway...
This is just low IQ Karen moment right here.
Like, I mean, key their car, like, do something. Like, you just disable that car.
There's a hash slinging slasher around Auburn.
There is. You
have to watch out. She might migrate to Bowling Green.
You need to inform your Auburn friends that they probably already know, dude. She's like on wanted posters.
You have to tell Tyler to watch out, dog.
No. Yeah.
He up in Auburn all the time.
Need some new rear tires. Just go post up out there.
The ex-mayor will pay for it, I heard.
Yeah, she's got money, so she don't care. She'll slash tire. My coworker's truck was parked there too. I was like, dang, dog, you got lucky. That's the only reason he knew about it, like, before it even posted. Yeah, he was like...
He got entitled to his set of tires.
My coworker, he's like, yeah, she lets me park there all the time. I don't know what the deal is. She just had enough, I guess. I'm like, all right. Noted.
She having an episode.
Must have.
She need to go in a straitjacket.
Oh my God. That's going to be an awesome TikTok clip, that story. Oh man. Well, I mean, that's kind of all I've got. I would honestly say, as far as the boomer thing, just fill the room out. Don't tell them you got an import. Yeah. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it.
Yeah, they might. You got some power. They might be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
They'll at least respect it.
I will say my stepdad's generation, at least him, he kind of grew up whenever the import, well, he was around whenever the imports started coming over, like what would that be? The
1990s, like late 90s.
Yeah, you started seeing
Fast and Furious.
Maybe not some Skylines just yet, but you started to see some like Mazdas and stuff like that. More DSM Supra. Cars, yeah, maybe a Supra. But
Skylines are out.
Yeah, but were they getting imported?
Early 90s.
I was wondering if they were getting imported already to America.
I mean, when Fast and Furious is out,
yeah, I guess you are right.
What's his name? I can't believe I'm forgetting it. Paul, yeah, he had his own tuning shop, or maybe it was one he went to all the time, but they would illegally import them.
Yeah, there
were like 50 or so that got over during that.
Yeah, there's only a few left. I think one just went for auction for like an ungodly.
I mean, I could see one being in the street scene.
Yeah, we're just fortunate to have one in our local
scene. You see, like, the Eclipse and Civics, Nissan Sentra, R.
NSX.
You see all kinds of cars in there, so it may not be too accurate with how the time period actually was, but
Yeah, I think that movie came out in like '02 also. I don't think it came out like pre-2000s. I could be wrong though.
I used to like watching those old Ricer versus muscle car videos. That
Yeah.
would be like a stock Civic getting its doors blown off by a Camaro, like Catfish or something.
God,
Shit always made me laugh.
I saw I think it's Motion Raceworks. They always do like a big burnout with a turkey in the back to shoot off their Black Friday sale, and they put a 632 in an OBS, dude. That thing was gnarly.
Yes, sir.
Like, golly, that thing sounded crazy.
632 is God's engine.
Carbureted too. That thing, like, every time it would like make a revolution, like the Cayman would make a revolution, it'd like sound like it was getting ready to die.
Vroom.
Like, actually, like, you put it in reverse, I'm like, dang, that thing about to die. It done loped down to like 200 RPM.
Big blocks just be like that, dog.
Yeah.
They make that torque. It's enough to spin that engine over.
All right. Well, that's all we've got on this. So stay tuned for our gaming topic. So I kind of want to continue our topic from last segment, but with the gaming side, with I guess kind of the whole family that has played video games. But I mostly want to go after the generation before or after us, the younger iPad, Roblox, Fortnite kids. Cause I definitely have one. My brother-in-law, dude, I swear he is like, I think he's like 10 years younger than us. He's like freshman in high school. He plays like, God, man, I wish there was some way for us to check how many hours he has on Roblox, because it's got to be like dumb. Like, that's all he plays. I've been telling him like, man, you got Game Pass, you got to play like Gang Beasts with us or like something. He's like, yeah, but Roblox. I'm like, dude,
Oh my lord.
that's all he plays. Like, and every year for Christmas, I think ever since I've been with my wife for 6 years, he is just like, that's all he wants for Christmas is Robux.
Oh my god.
Like, he gets like every year for Christmas, he gets like $100 from his parents. He probably gets like $300 every Christmas for Robux. I'm telling you, dude, his kid. You imagine just that alone,
Nothing.
300 times 6. That's like
Nothing else you want is Robux?
that's what he wants. Like, but like he even has his last PC. My father-in-law had built for him. It's even got like the see-through glass, and it's got his Roblox gamer tag like laser engraved into the case. Like, he goes hard.
Oh hell yeah.
I think he does.
Homie big pimping in Robux. You don't even know it.
Dude, I wish I knew. I wish I could pull some stats, man. It's got to be stupid. Like,
Homie is built different. He like me on Black Ops 2, but with
he's got like 6 years in Rocket League. Or not Rocket League, Roblox.
yeah, he's like the equivalent of me on Roblox.
I gotta know, man. It's like, can you imagine only playing one game your whole entire, like, I don't even know how long he's been playing. I mean,
Me with Call of Duty, dog.
but like I just don't understand how the variety can be for Roblox. Like, I understand there's different like levels and stuff, but it's the same game at the core. I just don't understand, man.
And I mean, I do. That's what it's like being a kid, bro.
Day in, day out, you live, breathe, and live for Roblox.
Die by the Robux, live by the Robux.
Dude, swear, it's like I've been like waiting. I'm like, man, he's gonna grow out of it. He's gonna grow out of it one of these
Call of
days.
Duty or Battlefield soon, and he'll get out of it.
He needs something, man. I'm telling you, like, he just needs to like throw down one time on like Gang Beasts, and I think he'll be saved.
Gang Beast changes the man.
It does. I don't know. I honestly, if it was me though, that's one guy. That's like Rocket League with you. I would not want to throw down on whatever he does on Roblox with him, because you're about to get smacked. Like,
He done been a professional.
he does those crazy parkour things on there I've seen before. Cause like I watch him play sometimes, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I've been on this obstacle course for 3 days." I'm like, "Real days?" Yeah. Homie's like a million miles up in the sky, parkouring up.
Yeah.
That's just one thing. It seems like that generation, like 10 years younger than us, they're just obsessed with either Roblox or Fortnite.
I mean, Fortnite do be like the kid game now, I would argue. Like, Roblox has died off a lot.
Like Fortnite's the only game, Roblox too, that I can't play. I'm not even gonna reduce myself to that. It's just it ain't it for me. It's just to me, it's just like a kid's game. It's just not for me. Which arguably Minecraft and all the games that we play are, but it's just like I can't stoop down to that level.
I mean, I don't think I can either. That game is just like, it's like getting into Rocket League now from the start. It's just there's so many people who know so much about it. It would be really hard unless you put a lot of time into it.
It's just
That's why I won't play it. I would be getting dookied on, and I feel like I'm a pretty good player.
especially Fortnite, like building mechanics and stuff they have on there, dude. It's too much.
Yeah.
I was even a little hesitant to get on Apex, but it's not as bad. Like Fortnite's just a different animal.
Yeah, Fortnite is its own beast. I really don't know if you could. If you got into it when it was in its prime, then you're golden, like Rocket League.
Yeah, but I know you got.
Yeah, it's different from most shooter games because, like, if you're good at shooter games, you're pretty good at shooter games. But Fortnite's just different.
You're turning in. You're getting on Fortnite before too long, aren't you?
No, why?
Man, you got that Eminem concert coming up in game.
No way.
Yeah, Eminem is becoming a skin, and there's gonna be a concert in game,
Bruh.
like they had for Lil Nas or whoever the last guy was.
Yeah, dude, they really got Eminem in Fortnite.
Yeah, I saw the ad. Like,
that is
last
just
week.
insane.
Dude,
Like,
they got money, dude.
Dude, I just surprised Eminem would be in Fortnite. Like, he just doesn't. I mean, I can see him like when he was younger, but now, like, I don't know.
Dude, Fortnite's just got money. I don't think it matters. Like, they will pay whatever price tag.
I wonder how much they rack in a month.
Oh,
I
dude,
wonder how much they rack in
a day. Yeah.
I mean, how many kids be buying V-Bucks?
Like, I think the whole meme of I took my daddy's credit card and I bought a bunch of V-Bucks. Like that meme spawned from Fortnite.
Yeah, I do one day credit card. Hey, that was the try-hard sweat kid on Fortnite.
Like, I know it's happened before because my kid, I was her tablet's hooked up to my Amazon account, and I'm just like, I think I was in the bathroom and I just randomly get an alert. It's like $5 was charged to your Amazon account. I'm like, huh? I went in there. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't even know what she bought, but I'm like, let's not do that no more. Like,
that's hilarious. She's like, ooh, I want that doll.
Yeah, you'd think there'd be a passcode or something to be able to spend my money, but I guess they're not.
No, it's just like, yeah, buy now.
Imagine if, like, bought $400 worth of V-Bucks. Like, yep, there we go.
Dude, I would lose my shit.
Like, charge back.
Refund that. Imagine they done bought everything they could in the shop.
Yeah.
Hey, I would be so mad.
I think I did see a clip. It was like a year ago, and this kid was like, "Mom, look at this skin." He's like, "How much money did you spend?" He's like, "Mom, I got a skin for you too." He's like, "How much money did you spend?" "Mom, look, I got a skin for Dad too." Like trying to make it better by buying stuff for his parents on a game.
They were totally for his parents to begin with.
Yeah, look, Dad, I got you this ninja skin.
I traded $100,000 for 5 Fortnite skins. It's always that one kid that when you were in elementary school that would always be bragging about how good he was. Yeah. And half the time he was just straight dookie.
Yeah, I wish the Call of Duty League people were like that, but ironically, the guys with the COD League skin are usually kind of sweaty. I wish they were the worst.
Pretty good.
I wish they were the worst. Be like, you bought that skin and you're a dummy. Maybe, man, that'd be crazy if they uncovered some file that was like increased aim assist if you ran the COD League skin or something.
Dude, I would not even doubt it. I mean, they done gave it. Dude, I'm convinced that there was skill-based damage. I didn't see it much, but I know sometimes I was lighting dudes up, and I'm like, man, no way he lived. And then I'd be seeing clips of dudes not even getting hit markers for half the bullets they shot.
I mean, it has.
I'm just like, you know what? I can kind of believe it. The more I just kept seeing it, so I was just like, yeah.
I mean, it has been proven too that if you haven't bought anything from the store, you're more likely to get in a game with somebody that has all this DLC stuff, like all the microtransaction stuff.
Yeah, I'll be getting in the game with the sweats because I don't buy none, and they be buying all the skins, all little kids.
I heard the new
So
sweat.
maybe I need to think like a kid to beat a kid.
You just need to go buy all the skins is what you need to do.
I think that's what I got to do in order to overcome. You know what? Everyone go buy out Call of Duty store. They'll make us a better COD.
COD's gonna hear this and sponsor us forever. Be like, yes, they're onto it. They're gonna get sales.
They know what they're doing. Give them free skins.
Yeah. Put them on a pedestal. Now, iPad Kids is a whole different thing. Like, I don't know.
It's always like Zombie Survival Max Defense or like some basic app game that has like transactions. You're like, Daddy, look, I just spent $5,000.
They make it to where like, and I've played a few of those games where it's like, it is fun, but it would be even funner if you spent like $5 to get a battle pass or whatever. And it's
that's
like
Clash Royale to the max.
Yeah, I mean, I think every gaming app at this point has it because like it's just any game. It's like, give me $5 and you'll be set.
For sure.
I don't know. I just aspire to not raise an iPad kid because that like mine does take interest in like more of my kind of games. Like I was playing Grounded the other day and she was like, "Can I watch you play?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a harmless game. It's not gonna desensitize her or nothing. I'm killing bugs like nothing crazy." Yeah. And she was just living for it, man. She's like, "Yes, kill the bees." I'm like, I will kill the bees for you."
I remember playing with my dad as a kid. That was the best.
Yeah, man. I used to play wrestling games with my dad. It was like some of the best like memories I have back then. Just like playing.
I remember me and my sister would play WWE.
I think every kid.
Man, playing games as a kid was different.
It was.
It didn't matter what you were playing. You were having fun.
That's why I vibe so hard with like the last memories I had of being a carefree kid in GTA 4. Like. That was the last carefree game I had. I just remember, dude, we could be at the airport for hours, like hours.
Yeah, I know.
Like just doing the jumps.
The same thing.
Yeah, jumping the same thing, talking about how school was that day. Like God.
Yeah, I remember doing the races too.
Yeah, I remember like you'd get like a Banshee or like a cool car, and you'd just be going in the pay and spray until you got that right color you liked.
Yeah, to get the color you wanted.
Man, that was those are the days, man.
You'll find the Sultan RS.
Oh yeah, see, I never knew about that until I met you. Because I would always just get a Banshee and I'd be all right, I'm gravy. I got what I want. Or the Inferno wasn't too bad, but I like the Banshee more. I was more of a Viper guy.
Inferno wasn't bad. I always take the Inferno if I saw it.
Yeah, it was. I like the exhaust it had on. It's crazy.
I like being a kid watching people play games is a lot different too. I used to really like just get into like DayZ.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother thing we could kind of talk about is the kind of YouTubers and stuff that these kids watch because they want to talk about what they watch. I even talked to. Luckily, he's only 10 years younger, so he does watch some of the stuff we like. Me and him both watch. Of course, Markiplier, which everybody watches Markiplier, and. I think he said he watches Papa Meat, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like that's it. But I feel like a lot of people like younger crowd watches Ninja and what's that other one? I
don't know. Streaming has never been something I really was into.
Yeah, like Dream and Ninja. Like I don't know, man. And they even kind of cater to that younger audience, which I get it. Get your bag, get your crowd. That's your crowd. But man, it's just. I just can't watch it. It's like, especially Ninja. It's just, I don't know. I'd just be hating, I guess. But
some of that Ninja stuff cracks me up.
I feel like he's one of the bigger sellouts right now in the industry because, like, get your bag, but at the same time, it's like I have a lot of respect for these YouTubers that really die on the hill of not being bought.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely respect that.
Like the whole time, like H3's done their podcast, like they. I'm sure they've been offered Spotify deals, Apple deals. Like, they're one of the biggest podcasts there is, and they just still do it on YouTube. Like, I respect that so heavily.
I don't be watching many podcasts, so I couldn't say.
Yeah.
It's hard for me because the stuff I like to watch, you can't really get much in podcasts, I would say. Like, I like to see just mechanic stuff, and
Yeah, I understand that. You were telling me
I don't
about
know, like, people building stuff is what I find interesting.
I don't know where these videos went. Maybe they're just not in my algorithm anymore, but I remember like a year ago on Facebook, those videos would pop up of those like third world country, like African looking guys, like just building like hot tubs and
I
stuff out of
always
dirt.
be getting that stuff.
I don't get them anymore. I'm like, do these guys just stop? Like, I guess it worked its way out of my algorithm.
African media is weird, dude.
Like, or that one thing where they like pulling catfish out of like little tiny holes. That was weird.
Yeah, always something with fish.
Now it's just like I've just like ruined my Facebook Reels algorithm because there's like this one girl, I think she promotes her OnlyFans, but she posts like really like I wouldn't say lewd, but like she says really sexual things into the camera, and like I don't know, it just does something for these boomers, I guess, because I have it pop up literally just so I can go to the comment section and read these boomers being like, "Hey, beautiful, what's up?"
Oh my god, that stuff. I don't know. That cracks me up when I see that stuff.
Trish just like looked over my shoulder one day. She's like, "Why are you watching this OnlyFans girl?" I'm like, "Just wait." And then I'll click on the comment section. I'm like, "This is what I'm here for." They'll like send emojis of flowers, like they're giving them flowers.
Oh my god.
It's the cringiest thing ever. I love it, man. They're just like,
these are the same people that have a mint 1 of 1 C5 Corvette.
no, these are the same people. This is like whenever your granddad sends out like Facebook message like, "Got hacked, don't add me." This is why they be getting hacked, because they're on this weird like sexual binge of like Facebook Reels or Instagram.
Dude. I'll be messaging the accounts that are totally real.
Yeah, or like
Give them my info, my credit card number.
This girl's really gonna go drop what she's doing to go be with a 60-year-old dude who's married and has kids. Like, that's the worst thing about it too. There'd be boomers in there that like their profile picture literally has their wife in it. They're in there like saying terrible stuff to these like models, like
what I do to you.
Yeah, that's exactly what they say.
Like, bruh.
And like some people my age will get in there and like they're in there for the same reason I am, but they'll be like, "Hey, isn't that your wife in the picture?" He'd be like, "She knows about it." Yeah, I'm sure she does. Yeah. Why, that'd be messed up. Somebody like tagged their wife. That'd be really messed up. Just tag your wife. Be like, "Hey, I heard you were cool with this."
I heard he said that you were down to clown with her.
Ruin a guy's life over that. It'd be horrible.
Go get some money.
So I guess we could wrap this up by kind of talking about Modern Warfare 3, which we hit on last episode, but we might as well talk about it a little more. We've been seeing some clips of some weird movement in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
That stuff's pretty funny. That reminds me of like the OG, like, you remember like MW3, MW2, where you run with your screen all the way up?
Yeah.
With like akimbo weapons. That was always hilarious.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, there's this weird glitch now where you can like dolphin dive down. I don't even know where you have to do it, but whenever you dolphin dive, you basically just stay.
Like some kind of slide cancel or something in a way, I guess.
Yeah, you end up staying prone and being able to run full speed. And like it just looks so boofed. If you haven't seen it yet, you gotta go look it up. It's just so dumb.
It's hilarious. Like I think there's a game with a similar Battlefield sometimes did something like that, and it's always hilarious on there. Like, that's just something that would be so funny in multiplayer.
Yeah, I get it.
Imagine an S&D lobby trolling with that.
Oh my god, homie's a snake. And it just it reminds me of like Prop Hunt or something, being able to like be really small, like low down from aim, normal seeing and just running around.
I wonder if the actual hitbox is lower, or if it's just a visual.
I don't know. I mean, in a way, I don't know. I would argue that it's not really an advantage, because if the player looks down, it's very, very obvious that someone's laying prone and running around.
It'd just take you by surprise.
Yeah. I would say you probably get killed by the person one time unexpectedly, and then you kind of know what to look for.
Run a shotgun.
Yeah, yeah, run a shotgun. It's easy fix, easy fix.
How to make everyone mad. OG Call of Duty making them mad. Have you seen anything about weapons in this COD? Any broken ones? I haven't really seen nothing about it.
No, I've kind of kept my distance from the new COD. I have been, which I told you about it, the experimental playlist. I kind of want to hear what you have to say about that, because a lot of people think it might fix COD, but I highly doubt it.
I mean, they need to do it because if not, they got competition.
If they can figure out skill-based matchmaking, as far as like just chill it out, like just put it in ranked, minimal skill-based matchmaking in,
Just like League Play was originally.
right. I think Call of Duty could make a serious comeback because they're already making these modern games that everybody likes. If they did that, sped up the movement, and made everything like normal, like it used to be, I think COD can make a serious
I'd
comeback.
maybe buy if they are coming out with a Black Ops 6, I'll probably try it out just because I love Black Ops. I
Yeah,
love the story, so I would try, and hopefully, this is a game that, Treyarch ain't rushing it like they did this Call of Duty.
yeah.
It might actually be a decent game, because the last one, some people hate it on Cold War, but I think it's the best of the modern CODs.
I would have to agree with that. It was pretty good, and the zombies was definitely good too. And
Yeah, it was enjoyable. It had a really good launch.
speaking of Black Ops 6, maybe it was the video you sent me, said that they were coming back with round-based zombies, which is a big ups.
Yeah. If that is true, then I am ready for that.
Better not drop no dang.
Even if the multiplayer and everything sucks, at the end of the day, you will always have zombies.
Yeah, I mean, I still to this day don't think I would enjoy Black Ops 4 that much, but I would definitely still enjoy the zombies because there's some awesome throwback maps in Black Ops 4.
I think you would enjoy Black Ops 4. I think I would really enjoy it.
What what I have heard so far about Modern Warfare 3 is that the campaign is horrible, like absolutely horrible.
Yeah, I hear it's a lot of open world missions, just like lazy missions.
Yeah. I get it, they were rushed, but my God, like why? I don't know. I feel like the fan base would have respected them a lot more if they would have just scrapped what they had and not did a campaign. I mean, it's not a cardinal sin. Black Ops 4 did it. Yeah, it was frowned upon, but I mean, It's better than. I would say it's better than
Black
having.
Ops 4 was successful though.
Yeah.
It had not Warzone, but Blackout or whatever, and then the multiplayer had arguably, a lot of people liked it from what I know.
Yeah.
Like, there's still a good support for it. Like, people really still like it.
It's like we've said before, Call of Duty by default sets such a high bar for how good their campaigns have been in the past that it's really hard to surpass that.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know, where do you go with Black Ops 4? I mean, that game was just like, where could they have went?
Yeah, it's not like Black Ops 3 set up any sort of sequel or anything.
Yeah, it was a crazy campaign. I would have probably not even tried to do anything connected to it.
And man, it makes me so sick that we almost had a Advanced Warfare 2 because that would have been so awesome.
Know.
Like,
I really enjoyed it, like the futuristic stuff. People hating, but that's creative by Call of Duty.
it is. You have to kind of respect the them trying to be so diverse by having that crazy exo movement. Like, I don't know. I really respect them trying to go out the box.
What other game had it?
Infinite Warfare.
No, like what other games were advanced in movement like that?
Oh.
I can't really think of many. Destiny? Halo maybe a little bit?
Halo really just had the thruster pack, the
Yeah, I mean,
jetpack.
Destiny had some movement for sure, but I can't think of many games that really were on any kind of level like that,
at least
especially
mainstream.
first-person shooters.
Yeah, mainstream games for sure. Yeah, I respect Call of Duty big time, and especially like going against the franchise. Like everybody wants these boots on ground games, and they really changed it up. And it's just, I don't know. It's hard to say that it was the wrong time for them to do this because I don't think there would ever have been a right time to do exo movement because anytime they're going to do it, the fans are going to go ballistic because it's something different, and people.
I think it was a good time to do it. What I think actually led to the downfall of it was just, at the time, micro-based transactions were like loot crates.
At a high, yeah.
Where that was just the peak of that, man, and it didn't matter what the developers did. That was going to be added into the game. I think if that wouldn't have been in the games and it was more like the original developers intended, it would have been a lot better.
I'm not mad at the whole loot crate supply drop system. It helps fund the game, but I like for it to be fair and balanced like Black Ops 3 did. Black Ops 3 did it phenomenally. Yes, the probability of you getting a like black market gun was insanely lucrative, but that's why they really balanced it out by having the gun bribes. Like, it actually gave you a chance to work towards that coupon or that, voucher for the free gun.
Yeah, I think that should have been in at the start. That was the only complaint I'd have with that.
I agree. I do hope that they re-implement that in Black Ops 6. That would make me really happy to see. That would make me happy to see supply drops return.
Yeah, I always thought black market weapons are cool because, I had the one I always wanted, the MX Garand. And if you died, people always rush in on your body, so it could honestly be a good thing or a bad thing.
That's why I like Black Ops 3 so much too. It's not the same gameplay the whole game. Like, it gets changed up because people play dumb to go get that gun. It's like the same reason I like kill cams, final kill cams. It kind of makes everybody play a little bit different for that, for a little bit of time.
Everyone rushing for that last one.
Oh yeah, it don't. KD's out the window. I'm getting that final kill cam.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how many times I got
one time for that. Sometimes you get 2 or 3 in and no one dying.
You gotta agree though, Black Ops 3 got a little bit lucrative towards the end with their black market weapons, with the whole pizza slicer shooter. And
there were a lot, and I think they definitely overdid it. I think when it was first introduced was best, honestly.
I think I don't know if you count up the melee weapons, there might be close to half the weapons on there black market weapons.
Yeah, there was a lot of melee too.
Oh man, too.
Like nail gun, pizza cutter.
If you want to talk about how Black Ops 3 did the black market weapons right, you got to talk about the community.
Peacekeeper Mark II.
Well, but I wanted to talk about the community challenge with the boxing gloves. That was so awesome, man.
Yeah, that was fun.
Like, I understand if you're grinding in supply drops. I think this was before weapon bribes too, and you just they're like, man, I just want a melee weapon. It's all I want. And then they finally give us the opportunity to all come together as a community to get those boxing gloves. So wholesome, man.
Can't hate.
We cannot hate. Just the paint shop or whatever, putting stuff on the boxing gloves. I think I had blood all over mine. So awesome.
Dude, the Black Ops 3 was the last really good one because you had custom emblems, custom weapon skins. I love the creativity.
Yeah, I think on my Enforcer I had LSPD on it.
Yeah, it's always something funny. I think there's always something sexual or racist. There's always something funny.
I wish I had a montage of your kill cams where you would do the thing with the baseball bat where you'd point at who you're gonna go kill.
Look at this guy.
You've been chosen.
Melee on Black Ops 3 was so good for no reason.
Oh my god, it was so fun, man. Just the wall running. I don't know, man. The more and the more I think of it.
Get good. I remember when you first used that knife, man. You just got such a good KD, and I was like, how?
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't expect it. You never did that good. And he was using a knife. I was like, what the heck?
I'm top of the lobby using a combat knife.
He was.
It's now, I don't know. It feels like I was maybe one of the first people. Obviously not the very first, but I was probably one of the first several hundred players to start doing that because we never saw that until I started doing it.
Yeah, I saw maybe one guy using a knife before that.
That just.
I remember Black Ops 2, no one used a knife. I hated getting that thing gold.
Yeah, it's just so hard because the movement's so fast, and it's you especially
no lunge either.
Yeah, no lunge, and a lot of people run awareness, and a lot of people just use that super crunch. That's the MLG move right there, super crunch audio.
I had that.
You told me about that. I'm I can hear everything.
That with awareness, man, you hearing everything. That silence awareness always for last perk slot. Always run perk 3 with greed.
Yeah, and you gotta have scavenger and perk 2. I think that's perk 2.
Sometimes toughness.
Yeah,
toughness OP 2.
No flinch. Dude, it's just
and either ghost or flak jackets usually what I'd choose between.
You gotta be perk hungry on that game. I don't care if I don't have most of my classes I didn't have a secondary. I'd just rather have an ungodly amount of perks.
I would typically have an executioner or nothing else, no attachments if I had a secondary, or 5.7.
I think
or B23R, but executioner was the best because you could just lure them in close while you're on the reload and kill them.
I can still hear the sounds of that gun going off. Like, it's got such a like iconic
I
sound.
spam that sucker too.
I
I
know,
would
I-
just dump that sucker in.
I think that's the reason why I can still hear it. It's because I just remember you would just dump a whole cylinder.
I would always run that one class of the Riot Shield and dual executioners diamond.
Yeah.
I'd run everything diamond always. I just remember I'd always run the executioners, making people mad. I had like every gun in that game prestige too.
God, I wonder.
I literally maxed out that game so much.
I was gonna say, I wonder how much mastery you had on that game. I think
I had so much. I had like lethal mastery. I may not have tactical because I hardly used EMP.
Oh,
I
dude.
used everything. I had all the kill streaks, score streak mastery, every single one of them. I mean, all that done. I had all the kills except for maybe the 10 kill one or whatever, like 10 in a row.
Yeah.
I know I had 7 or 8.
Speaking of getting like those sort of titles, man, there is nothing that warmed my heart more than stopping a Predator missile with a trophy system in Modern Warfare 3. I
Dude.
was always doing that.
My dad loved doing that.
Dude, if I hear there's a Predator missile, I'm getting out in the open. I'm like,
You know what was the most satisfying?
what?
Enemy Juggernaut, and then you just call it a Predator on it, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, highest kill streak in the game, lost to a 5.
Yeah.
You can sometimes take out like an AC-130 with a Predator. I did one time.
Yeah, you had to be good with that though. I was never
Someone
good.
calling a Pavlo? Oh, my bad. My dad loved the Predator, dude. It was OP.
I was never very accurate with it. Like, it was always, I had a hard time controlling it.
Dude, that thing was OP.
Oh, it was.
That is the kill streak.
For five kills, dude, it was like goated.
The Hellstorm never could compete.
No, and I mean, honestly, it's better off around the lightning strikes. You get more area to hit.
Stealth Bomber, I never did like either. AC-130 is my favorite.
Yeah.
Warthog, Black Ops 2. I don't know. Swarm was the one I always got, though.
Yeah, you had to rack up the kills to get that, though.
I always ran the Warthog and VSAT to help me get to the Swarm. If I could get that Warthog, I had it.
All right, guys. Well, that's all we got for this episode. So with that being said, we'll throw a quick outro and we'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode as much as we did. If you did, hop on over to social media at Cars and Health Bars and follow us on all the various platforms. If you want to keep in touch with us, hit us up on TikTok. That's where we like to post most of our memes and our hot takes from the podcast. With that being said, guys, have a wonderful, safe holiday weekend.